everybody, this is Laura from The Vintage Key, and I'm also a designer for Graphic 45 design team. Today what I want to show you is we're doing a tutorial today on my paper flowers. So these are my paper flowers, and these I did with the Graphic 45 paper. And the wonderful thing about the Graphic 45 papers, they have beautiful designs on both sides, so that when you alternate the petals, you get a beautiful design always coming out of those. So these are what they look like. So this is what I'm going to show you how to do today. The supplies we're going to need is we're going to need some centers, and for here I just have some buttons here. And you're also going to need a water bottle, water spritzer. You're also going to need some adhesive. This is liquid adhesive by Tombow. And you're also going to need some dry adhesive, and this is also from Tombow. This is the Dots Permanent Adhesive. Also, you're going to need a heat gun as well. These are our flowers that we're going to be using. We have 3 different sizes. These are the sizes that we're using. We're doing one that's 1 1/4. Our second flower is 1 3/4, and our third flower is 2 1/4. So these are the sizes that we will be cutting on flowers. Now, in these flowers, I have used the Cricut machine, and I've used the Tags, Bags, Boxes, and More cartridge. This is the flower that we will be cutting, and you will cut it out on blackout. If you do not have this cartridge, you can look for it right now. It is actually been discontinued, but you might be able to find this somewhere online at a reasonable price. If you do not have a Cricut machine or access to one, what I will do is I will go ahead and create a template for you, and I will either have it up on the Graphic 45 site, or it will either be on my my blog, which is just tvintagekey.blogspot.com, and we'll also have that information and a link to that as well. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to start off with manipulating these flowers. Now I just take a rag, or you can take a napkin, something that you can actually spritz on. I usually use a lid to a box, but for the moment I'm just going to use this. Now what you want to do is you want to go ahead and just spritz your flowers. Now you can spritz them on the front and the back if you want to. Just do a light spritz, nothing too heavy. Now what you want to do is you want to alternate your flowers in the pattern that you want. So in this pattern I'm going to use this for the bottom, this for the center, and this for the top. So I'm going to lay these out. Now what you want to do, you can just crumble these flowers if you want to, but I like to have mine so that I have a flat bottom. So what I do is I put my finger in the center, and I fold up the petals, and then I grab the petals up, and you see I've got them all in hand. So I just take them and kind of just squish them down, and I flatten out the bottom. So then your flower looks like that. It looks like it's crumbled up, but it actually makes sense whenever you come to unfold them. So again, I'm going to take the next one. I'm having this pattern as the top pattern. It's my finger in the center, and I push the petals up. I grab those, give them kind of just like a little twist, and then press the bottom. And then again, you have another one. And then again, I'm going to do the smallest one. Petals up, kind of take that and just squish that. So now we have our 3 sizes already. So these sizes are already all nice and crumbled up already. So what I'm going to do, what you need to do next is you just need to heat these up and make sure that they're nice, crisp, and dry. So to save time, I have already done that. So let me take those out for you. Okay, here are some of the ones that I have already done. And these are already nice and dry. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a large one, a medium one, and a small one. Okay? Now let me see if I've got alternating colors here. Alright, so I've got some alternating colors here. Now what we're going to do is just go ahead and open up these petals, and I'm going to start with the large one. You want to open these up carefully, because if you just kind of tear open into them, you can tear the actual paper and the petal itself. So just kind of being cautious about how I open these up. When you open these up, you don't want to spread the petals completely out. You kind of want them to retain some of that texture that you gave them. So as you can see here, this is my first petal. You've got a nice just crimple to that. And I'm going to open up my second petal. And just kind of being really careful about that. It may look like it takes time, but actually once you start doing these flowers, you'll get a hang of it and you will like zoom through these flowers. There's my second one, and now I'm going to open up my small one. Now I have alternating colors here. I'm using 2 paper lines. Or I believe this whole collection is from the Renaissance collection. I really love that paper. It's got beautiful pieces, beautiful colors. The artwork is just fabulous on there. Alright, and there's our small one. So we have our large, medium, and small petals. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and put them together. Now in order to do that, we're going to go ahead and use our liquid glue. We're going to go ahead and just put just a little bit of that liquid glue right in the center of that flower. And you're going to take the next size and you're going to put that in there. What you want to do is you kind of want to offset your petals so that your flower looks a lot fuller. And now sometimes your glue doesn't dry right away, so you kind of want to smush that in to kind of activate the binders in the glue. So that seems to work there. And this mono adhesive really works really well with paper. So that's one of the reasons I chose this glue. And again, we put our smallest one in, offsetting our petals again. So you kind of want to hold that. So it's pretty much firm. So there's your flower. So now what we're going to do is we're going to add our center. And this is where this adhesive comes in, because this is a hard piece. I could use this liquid glue, but it would take a lot longer to dry. So I'm just going to take this and just kind of run it across the bottom of that. So now that we have some adhesive on here and it's pretty sticky, we're just going to go ahead and put that right in the center. And these flower buttons are from Creative Imaginations. It's from one of their lines called Creative Cafe. So now that we've got that, then I'm just going to take that and scrunch it up to kind of give the flower just a little bit more character. And then just kind of fluff it out, and there you go. You have your flower. So, and on this one you can see I added a shell button and a rose in that. And on this one. And this has a nice little space, a little indentation, so you could actually add a rhinestone to that if you wanted to, or maybe a flower. So go ahead, give these a try. I would love to see what your flowers look like. If you have any questions, please visit my blog at www.tvintagekey.blogspot.com, or you can leave me a comment right underneath this tutorial on the Graphic 45 Papers website. Thank you, and enjoy your tutorial. Bye.